Oh, I'm recording. Okay. Okay, just a quick sermon for you here. In light of graduations and people starting out lives and May and June marriages and all that stuff, I got some really good advice. Watch Money Pit. It's a good movie. It's an excellent movie because it's a good example of how life is. You start out knowing that you're going to have to work at it, whether it's a marriage or a career. No, it's going to take a lot of effort, but you're totally unaware of just how much is involved until life hits. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, you've got a new problem to solve. You no sooner get one problem solved, and the next one shows up. And the whole idea is a good reflection of how life is. And at the end, the most important thing is when the contractor says, hey, listen, you have a good foundation, a good solid foundation. You can build anything on, you can replace everything else, but as long as you've got a good foundation, that's the way it is. And that's the way it is in life. And it's also like that in church. See, most churches have a cracked and warped foundation. Yes, they're great institutions on top, but they're sitting on a weak, cracked, worn, misaligned foundation. That is because most Christians get the question, what burden did Jesus come to save us from? Wrong. I know it. I mean, go ahead, right? Yep, but that's not it. The burden that Jesus came to free us from was the church. Follow. Moses came down a hill with 10 commandments. By the time Jesus showed up, they had been walked into 666 commandments. Yeah, they had 6 unwritten commandments, like, you don't go after your best friend's love interest, and oh, gee whiz, now I've done that, I gotta sacrifice a turtle dove. Well, where am I gonna get a turtle dove? Well, hey, I don't have to report it to the priest, but I gotta pick me up a turtle dove at the marketplace in the center of the synagogue and put it on the sacrifice pile, and we're good. I mean, me and her, she's happy. Sorry, old friend, but that's basically what it's been walked into. You had to pay for your sins through the church, through tribute in the marketplace, getting rich off of your sins. And Jesus, he came to put a stop to that. Yep. Jesus came to put a stop to that. He said, you don't need to go to the church to atone for your sins. You just, tell them to me. Confession is good for the soul, so yeah, you might want to, get it off your chest by saying something to somebody. Don't keep it inside, living under pressure. But, you don't have to go to the church to atone from sins anymore. That's me. Well, you think about it. Church is getting rich off of your sins. Sanhedrin was in charge of studying the scriptures so that when the promised Messiah shows up, they can identify him. Well, hey, here's a catch-22 for you. We identify this guy as the promised Messiah, and people won't be coming to us to atone for their sins anymore, and we're going to lose power and wealth. So, yep, they had to get him out of the picture, and that's what the 39 lashes was for. Hey, give him the 39 lashes if he's the promised Messiah. Well, then, the church goes out of business. So they gave him the 39 lashes as a test, but then the Romans snatched him up and put him to death anyways, hoping to save their religion. And that's really kind of ironic because the Romans kind of helped spread Christianity, which kind of puts the Jews out of business, which is one of the reasons why people hate the Jews. Because you know what? They wanted to stay in power and have wealth. Yeah, they put to death the promised Messiah so they could stay in power and rich. You didn't know that? Yeah, well, okay, so happy Sunday.